So here we are in the dining room. Here's my little desk. It's very dirty right now, covered in clutter. I gotta organize all that stuff, but I stopped working in here because it's just too cold in the wintertime. But I like working in here because I can see my bird feeders right outside the windows. But I'll move back out here once it gets warm enough out. But I got my little 5-gallon fish tank up here, which just has a bunch of plants and shrimp and snails in it right now. But you can see I moved the table over into the corner a little bit, which creates a nice little nook, which I really like. And I got some artwork up in here. This nice owl. And that's a photograph I took up at Foster Pond, which is where I go camping all the time. And I got a bunch of bushes stuff up here along with my palm warbler, which I really like. So that's my little nook in there. And I've got some driftwood that I'm slowly hanging up here in the corners, which is kind of nice. And then, the hutch is still here. My pile of dirty boots. And then this is my little bird art corner, which is fun. And then move into the kitchen. You can see I reorganized a little bit. So I created a little island, which is nice. And you can see my new piece of Cape May diamonds and driftwood, along with the photo of LeConque. This is where I want to put that other photo that I'm looking for you to find eventually, Mom. But, there's a stove and blah, blah, blah. Busted dishwasher, but I got a nice island now, which makes it easy. And then my shelves with everything up in here. And I put up all those cool little French door storeway things. And there's my little morning coffee station. And it's where the kitties eat throughout the day. And take a quick look in the bathroom. There's the toilet fish. They're still here. My nice shower door. My renovated bathroom. Turn the light on. And I've hung up some work in here. Nice egret, and got my Cape May diamonds and a willet. So I'm kind of stuck with more of a seashore motif in here, except for the caterpillar. So that's a bathroom. I'm not going in the mudroom because it's just messy. I'll take a walk down the hallway. I'll show you some of the artwork I got up. So I got the barn owl, an article about me, picture of Dad and I, around birds, and some fun family photos in here, plus Ryan. My living room. There's my big wonderful couch with cat, notice. And some of my artwork up on the walls here. Plus my little cabinet of curiosities of fun rocks and fossils and stuff. And I've done a lot of cleaning out, so I've got a bookshelf that's mostly empty that I'll eventually fill up with stuff, probably from the garage. And here's the fish tank on its new stand, which is really nice and sturdy. And I started using the coffee table as an actual coffee table. So I was able to flip it over and drill some holes in it and put in wheels, which makes it a lot easier to move it around in here. So I moved that off the wall. Bookshelves with some stuff, some more artwork. But this is my work desk now. So I sit in here, it's a lot warmer. Mopty sits with me. And now I've got my nice new easel in here. So this is where I do a lot of my artwork. Sometimes I'll sit at the table with a sketchbook, but I like to sit in here. Got it all rigged up with a nice big board, and lamp and stuff. So that's my living room. My weights. So I'm working out down here. And I'll take a little walk upstairs. And here's my indoor campsite slash spare bedroom. So I got my hammock in here, and my little table, and this is my little inside garden. All my plants, just really nice. And you can see I've got it rigged up with some old aquarium lights that are on timers, and the plants seem to like them a lot. So everything's growing really well in here. I've got a little space heater just to make sure it doesn't get too cold, and some cool posters of bugs. But apart from that, this is storage. There's a whole lot of stuff stored behind that curtain there. But it's nice. And I've got these cool little LED lights up here. So I put those on at night and I come in here to read. I'm Upty. And then here's the bedroom. Some more artwork on the walls in here. Shifted things around in here a little bit. I like it. I got that. A little rocking chair. My Bruegel. I got another fish tank in here. The dresser. And there's Mupty again. Hi Mupty. Say hello. And then in the hallway, there's my closet. But I cleaned this up too, so I've got board games and stuff in here, and some excess books. But it's nice, I can keep them behind these curtains, which keeps too much excess dust out of it. And that's about it. Maybe next time, once it's warm enough, I'll give a tour of the outside of the house too. Hope you enjoyed it.